I'm Scott Allen Miller, and this is Latin American Living. This is our new podcast where we're going to be talking about life in Latin America, relocation, being an expat, moving around Latin America, travel in Latin America, vacationing, tourism, business, being a digital nomad. We want to explore this amazing, vibrant region of the world through a new format. I've been a podcaster and a vlogger for nearly 20 years, starting my first podcast in 2005. And a lot of that time I have focused on travel and relocation as an important part of life. And I've never had a show that was quite dedicated to the entire concept, the entire process of a region like this. And this is a new attempt that we're making at something a little bit different. And importantly, this is not a Scott Allen Miller show, as many of my previous ones have been. Those who are familiar with my work on YouTube, my primary show is the Scott Allen Miller vlog, where I focus primarily on relocation, living in, traveling to, visiting Nicaragua here in Latin America. But that show is very much a very personal look at my life here and very focused on my own content. Here on Latin American Living, we're going to focus very heavily on panel discussions, interviews, and a very different format. For those who are watching us on YouTube who see a video element, this is an audio show. We are going to produce a video element so that there is something to see if you're going to be on YouTube. But for the majority of our listeners, this is an audio podcast. A traditional audio podcast is going to be available on Spotify and Apple Podcast directly from our website, latinamericanliving.com, and our podcast hosting site, pod.latinamericanliving.com. That's already live. By the time you're seeing this in some other format, that will be available. Hopefully, very soon we will be on all the major podcasting platforms and ready for you there. We already have recorded a number of interviews about relocation and life in Latin America. Those are going to be coming up soon. I have a team of amazingly interesting people who are from and live in and have relocated around Latin America that are going to be joining me on this show. So I wanted to kick this off with an introduction because new podcasts need an opportunity for the audience to discover, really find out what it's all about and get an idea of where we're going to go. So we want to be tackling a lot of subjects. And of course, we're very interested in hearing from the audience as to what you're looking for, what you find interesting, what is good. What things we're doing right. We're a little bit new to this particular format of podcasting and new to the tools that we're going to be using. So learning curve and all that. But I'm really looking forward to having a completely different venue and media for discussing this topic that I'm very passionate about and very involved in. So I'm looking forward to what we're going to be doing with this and anticipating that this is going to be an amazing new channel that's going to give us an opportunity to just do a lot of things that my traditional media, or traditional for me, has not been able to do. And that this is not going to be a channel that is focused on me specifically is a very nice change of pace for me as well. So I'm really looking forward to just connecting with the audience and finding where this is going to go and finding our voice. That's going to take some time. Of course, having podcasted in the past, went through the early years of podcasting and was active in the podcasting space from about 2005 to about 2014, 2015. And then we got very busy actually with relocating, with moving abroad, a lot of slow travel. Now are finally finding an opportunity to come back. If you are interested in finding out more about what I have been doing over the last 4 years, my primary media is on YouTube. It is a video blog, a vlog, which has been for the most of that time coming out daily. We have more than 3,000 episodes, so it's a very engaged platform. If you just go to YouTube, that is at Scott Allen Miller Vlog, my name, and it is spelled SCOTT ALANMILLERVLOG. And there we have short form, long form videos, and also regular live stream events, which I think is very interesting for people who are looking to connect with me personally in a real-time manner. That has proven to be very interesting. But moving to a more traditional podcast, a very different energy, a very different style, is something that is going to be very good as an expansion on what we've been working on. But you can go see, for yourself what we've been doing, where we've kind of been putting our energy over the last few years. And this is just going to expand on what we've been doing. I'm bringing in some brilliant people, and it's going to be absolutely exciting. This is very, very cool. Having a interview platform is definitely new for me. I love doing roundtables and discussion panels and doing interviews, but having our own platform for it is something that is new. And so we're recording here on Zencaster. We're not sponsored yet, but we would love to be. We don't expect to be sponsored by them, but we do believe pretty heavily in letting people know people are interested. How do you make these shows? All those things. So we'll provide that information as well. So that's our introduction. We already have our first interview is already recorded, already edited, already uploaded. I wanted to get an introduction done so that we could introduce ourselves, obviously, and get things moving right away. So for those who are familiar with my work in other media, this is a much lower key, much more relaxed. I always compare it to NPR. People tell me when I'm low key, I sound like an NPR show, and that's kind of where we're aiming. We want a more serious discussion, a more relaxed and traditional podcasting platform, I think. And so certainly provide your feedback as best you can. We don't have all of those mechanisms worked out yet. Those will be coming, but we have a number of episodes already ready, and more will be coming soon. I'm very excited. I know my voice gives that away, but I am honestly quite excited to be moving into traditional podcasting once again, because it is something that I miss, something that I really enjoyed doing over the years when I did it. So I'm glad to be back. So to everyone who's taking the moment to subscribe, thank you for joining us here on Latin American Living. I'm going to be bringing you a lot of different content and different hosts and interviewees and different topics coming up very soon. In our next episode, our very first episode that isn't me introducing the show, we have an interview with Eric Peterson of Generic Expats, a YouTube channel, and he focuses on broad relocation across all of Latin America. So a perfect entry into Latin American living as a platform. And we're going to be doing an interview with him specifically where we're going to talk about the new trend of Canadians interested in moving to Latin America and specifically Nicaragua to some degree, which has also been a popular topic in the news and in my own vlog as well. So if that's something you're interested in, certainly look that up. But follow us here, subscribe to the podcast so you can get all the latest updates on there. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.